this, and we still feel like a couple of teams have still got a few things up their sleeve.
Absolutely. Now we're into game number 1. Welcome to year 2 of the Halo Championship Series. OpTic Gaming up against Sentinel, starting things off with Lethal with some early damage against Lucid.
Perfect shots, almost takes down APG as well. It's going to be 2v2, make that just Collect now left on his own, and the man who's got the sniper rifle in his hands is going to be Formal here. So we're going to have to see how Formal can perform. Currently sat at 2-0 and looking to lock down the vents.
You're taking a look exactly where that camo went. You can tell right here, Formal going to reset a few things there on the mix amp, make sure all the audio is dialed, but now zooms back in on the vent yet again. Have to see exactly where things play out here. You just heard a camo off screen. We'll keep an eye on that as well.
Collect comes in with a repulse, manages to take down the sniper rifle player, and King Nick is going to be moving up now, and it's actually a bit of early pressure coming in from Sentinels here. Nick will pick up another, that's a double for him. APG going to back down to the top of the engine, and Nick's going to try and use that opportunity just to sneak into the flag, but APG, we've seen that play once or twice before, and he reads it perfectly.
Absolutely, APG now with sniper rifle in hand, also has a repulsor to play with, going to be very, very important on this map. Lots of creative ways to use that across really the entire map, as we see now. Formal falling yet again. APG going to just have to hold down vent here, and you can see how much of a back and forth stalemate there is top middle, really, for that early control.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of battle around the 50-yard mark. We look to see sniper rifles be kept in the hands of players. They don't want to overextend, because if you give 2 sniper rifles away, you can really put yourself into some trouble. Lethal gets repulsed back, manages to pick up the kill, because unfortunately the battle rifle was empty to finish it off. But speaking of sniper rifles, here's Formal again, picking it up for the second time this game.
Ooh, nice little body shot there. That will be cleaned up right away. 2 dead for Sentinels. Maybe an opportunity here for OpTic to get the first bit of control. Gets weak on Commando. It's a great sideline, but cannot get away from the angles of the plasmas as well as the elbow. He will fall, and once again, the joust for top mid continues.
See, Collect was trying to fly and make a play on that camouflage. Camo is now up, and this can be the complete game changer. This is how you get behind enemy lines. You've already seen in these first few moments, Andy, and everyone watching at home, what a battle it can be to get past that 50-yard mark, to get inside of the base and formulate one of those spawn traps. The camo is a perfect way to do that. Maybe sneaking under the base here for Trippy is another way.
Yeah, absolutely. That camo might have stayed on the top platform. Looks like, yes, indeed, it did not fall to bottom middle, so it will be a continuous battle. We'll see exactly. There it is. Now, this will be the first potentially impactful camo of the game. First kill does come in for Formal as well. This will be a big kill if Lethal takes him down and shuts down Formal, with the camo sniper. Absolutely huge play there.
And you can see how Formal didn't want to fire his gun. He did not want to give away his position, but Collect put enough pressure on that he had to be forced to give away his position. Lethal had a sightline, and Lethal cleans things up. Speaking of Lethal, 6-4 at the start of this game, and looking pretty comfortable.
Yeah, certainly there. Once again, as we said, arms folded there. Sometimes you see Lethal really joking around on the stage with his teammates. Of course, surrounded by new teammates this season. Instead, it's arms folded from him as he looks to make a statement about this squad. There'll be 3 alive for both sides.
Been a bit of a war so far in this game. Nobody really been able to get into the base. We saw Nick trying to sneak through at one point. He almost got in. Trippy managed to sneak in for just a second, but wasn't able to make much of it. Lucid challenges out aggressively to take down Nick after getting bodied himself. And yet again, we're still seeing that battle around mid-map. But Spartan, for the first time, he gets a sniper rifle in his hand. Can he pierce a couple of openings here, crack a couple of skulls just to force Sentinels forward?
Absolutely, and right now, Sentinels doing very well to stay toe-to-toe with the reigning world champions. Oh, good morning. Boy, we're getting started early here on Friday. Spartan with a nice little 180 no-scope for the double.
Moves in as well, and now you can see Formal's managed to get out, but everyone else is on the spawn trap, and Spartan's going to be flying in. If he hits one of these shots, it'll be pretty crispy, but instead he's going to have to back down. No more sniper rifle ammo to play with, but the new one's popping in 5 seconds. Using that repulsor to sneak to the back of the base as well, and nobody from OpTic has called him out. APG gets taken down, and there's 3 dead. Trippy last alive, and Spartan's got him locked down as well. Gets the trade, and Sentinels not only have this flag moving here, they also have the camo here in the hands of Lethal.
Big trade for Trippy, but is it enough? Take a look at this. Lethal with camo up top mid, as you say. He knows the spawners exactly where they're coming from. They have been mapped. This flag should go home.
Should go home, but Lethal still has some work to do. Collect picks up one, though. Now the flank from Lethal could be devastating to OpTic's chances of pushing this flag back towards home. It's not going to happen, and Sentinels strike first in our game number 1 here. The world champions just picked up their rings. We're going to have to pick their game up now, Andy.
That's right, and rings might be on the hand, but the first flag is picked up by Sentinels. The brand new roster, they are looking good. We had questions about how this team was going to be in terms of team chemistry, right? You have an interesting cocktail of personalities and talent on this team, but so far, so good. It takes them about 4.5 minutes to play, and they strike first on the board, 1-0 in favor of Sentinels.
Once again, Lethal just locking down these vents. You can see what a priority position it is. You get so much line of sight on so many different positions on the map here on Argyle, and Not only can you do damage, but it's communication. Where do we push? Where are OpTic? Where do we take the space on the map? And that's something that Sentinels at the moment are doing extremely well. Lethal now decides it's time to get aggressive, but Formal shut him down. Nice little body shot and a clean up, but there's the exchange immediately coming in from SEN.
You and I talked a lot about Collect on this roster. Maybe this is the roster that he's finally found as 3 do fall for Sentinels. Maybe this is an opportunity for Collect, right? He finally has the veteran talent around him here. We saw great pop-off games from him last season, but we knew there was maybe a little bit more gas in the tank, and you have to think Collect now, the only player on 10 kills, he's had quite a performance so far.
He certainly has, and a lot of that good work that led up to the flag cap was because he had a sniper rifle in his hand. And power weapons and Collect, trust me, you'll be hearing a lot more from us throughout the season talking about that combination of things. He really does know how to put them to use, but Formal, he's put it to use at the moment. He picks up one, Trippy working together now with APG to get this flag moving, and it looks like Sentinel's kind of split across the map. Trippy's trying to play this one slow, but a vital kill here from Lethal is going to stop that flag for a second.
Yeah, Lethal gets a kill right there on E2. He's going to actually stop the flag entirely. Might also finish this kill on Trippy. It's a nice stop from Lethal so far, and Lethal gets both and stays alive. It's perfect timing. Let's go over to the Sentinel side of the stage and get into a listen-in with this squad.
Watching
Formal's close to ET.
I'm just watching Camo.
On it.
To the vent, Here's Camo.
Who was it?
It was APG with Camo.
Our plasma's weak. Our plasma's weak. Formal.
Naded.
He's weak. One shot. One shot.
One shot.
I got killed by our front piece. He's R1. He's our plasmas with camo. In our flag. In our flag.
We're doing Camo goes.
Yeah, it's on mid.
Lift.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
I got one. Or Mando?
One shot on window. I lost sniper. Yo, sniper our window. Our window. 2 window. Last guy.
Last guy. Watch out.
These are our high cuts. Our high cuts lucid.
Grab him back our flag.
There was a sniper down our window somewhere.
Grab him back our flag, guys.
Yeah, he's in our basement or something.
Yeah, he's on me.
Our pistol on me.
Nice. Alright, 1 minute for Camo.
Brad, one shot. They're long. He's going. They're coiled. They're coiled to bottom mid. One shot. APG. He's got to be there. Or you? Yeah, he's there. One shot. They're coiled. Nice K.
Two dead.
They're top pistol. Trippy.
Okay. I'm sonoring.
He's their top pistol, Trippy.
One's going their vent.
I see 2 of their pistols, Trippy and Lucid. They're going their pistol door right now, I think.
Their vent, Trippy.
Yeah, on me, right next.
Their vent, Trippy.
Well, Sentinel's continuing to hold the line. You can hear the comms are looking pretty concise, pretty calm, as you would expect with a 1-0 lead, but Lethal had a sniper rifle. Unfortunately, he doesn't anymore because Trippy just blamed him.
Yeah, Trippy with a nice job there, but take a look at the composure you're seeing out of Lethal. Let's not forget this man is fresh off of a team change and a pretty big one there, a controversial one. He is looking so good in this game so far. He's 10-8 and a convincing bit of control from Sentinels early on as they still maintain their 1-0 lead.
Nick trying to get a little bit aggressive here with the sniper rifle as well. Body shot, and there's going to be Spartan. He can re-challenge because he knows Spartan's going to be moving in. If they can get these touches here, they'll be able to send this one home. They will be able to pick up the camo as well. And with OpTic Gaming finding themselves 3 dead, it's a fantastic defensive play there for the Sentinels, all working together towards the same objective to make sure they lock down that camouflage.
This game is under complete control of the Sentinels roster. Look at that, 3 dead, and they get the camo off of that. Trades coming in there for Lethal as well. 3 dead though. Collect now with the camo. Needs to play this carefully. Lots of opportunity here. He doesn't waste it. Oh boy, the double for Collect.
Oh, you love to see it. I mentioned how this man has got ability. He has got talent. And that is a perfect example of it. Give him power weapons and just let him go to work. Let him have fun on the map. He can lock down half a map on his own here on Argyle.
I mean, yeah, as you say, on his own, last player alive, Camo needed to hit those snipes, and he hits them both against Formal and APG. Talk about an introduction to year 2. Collect has come to play.
Trippy though, he's pushing forward, but Lethal needs to set up a landmine there for a few seconds, and unfortunately, Trippy found out a little bit too late, shooting those plasma grenades to make sure that push was not going to be easy. But OpTic do have 2 players dead here from Sentinel. That's why you're seeing such a slow pace here from Lethal. Knows he has to survive, knows he has to delay to let spawners come in. Can OpTic take advantage of this though? Sentinels find themselves 3 dead. APG with another opportunity for a flagpole. Now they find themselves 4 dead. OpTic have a chance here to retaliate and tie this game up at 1-1.
Based off the spawn timings, this flag should go as well. Lots of damage on E1, however, because that kill did not convert, this should almost secure the cap.
Getting it past that 50-yard line is massive. All the lines of sight, once you get around this corner, pretty much eliminated. However, Sentinels all alive. Lethal will fall, Collect will fall, and that was why you saw the stutter step.
Yep.
APG needed to see some kills in the feed. He saw them, runs this one home, and OpTic tied up at 1-1.
And as you hear this crowd in Charlotte, happy to see that flag on the board. OpTic Gaming, sometimes they take a little bit of time to warm up here at these majors, and that's no problem for them. They're now tied 1-1. Took them quite a little bit of time, 10 minutes of play before they got that first flag on the board.
Speaking of time in the game as well, there's only 2 minutes left. which would mean a flag pull and a flag cap here could well be the winning and deciding flag between these two teams. It has been an absolute ding-dong battle between them in this game number 1 of our first major of the year in Season 2. But you have to say another thing that's kind of stood out for me is how efficient both teams have been. Really, one opportunity to pull on either side, both been converted.
Absolutely now. Nice kill once again from Collective. Will be 2 dead for OpTic Gaming, and once again, the battle for top mid will continue. As we've seen in the qualifiers, you often need to slay at least once, often twice the shots from Lucid. Maybe now the man's heating up. They've got 1 minute and 20 left before we head to overtime.
Yeah, Collect's got 20 kills, but he probably should have 21 in that situation. The problem is the man he was up against in that battle rifle fight was called Lucid, and Season 1 MVP, you can see exactly why. Collect is going to come back for a little bit of revenge, though, and just remind him that he's still in this game, and OpTic find themselves 3 dead once again. Trippy's been spotted out as well, inside of the vent. The question is, can they collapse on this kill quick enough to formulate a push forward? 2 dead still for OpTic.
What you gotta love about Collective, this man has clearly put in the hours. Stays alive again, yet again. Getting good damage against Fornal, and Nick will clean that one up. 21 and 16 in this game, and he showed up here in game number 1. So far, 45 seconds left in regulation.
Nick's hitting some good shots here. Collects get another trade, and OpTic can't get out of their base at the moment. Nick's just got them pinned in. Formal gets bodied, Formal gets finished, and this is a real opportunity here with APG as the last player alive for Sentinels to get another run going. But where is the support? Nick is trying to play this one slowly, trying to wait for teammates to get back on the map before he makes his play. Collect might be that player to watch.
What a play from APG. You just saw him get that kill on Spartan, who was on the flag for the pull. That's APG, a solo effort denying the run. He will delay it and buy them a bit of time.
Nick trying to be aggressive, trying to push in. Needs to try and bait for his teammates, though. Will do it perfectly. 2 players fall now for OpTic. Sniper rifle coming up as well. This could be a massive moment in this game. Lucy cleaned up. Last player alive is Trippy. Nick has got all the work to do here, just staying alive. And by doing so, he's such a distraction. The flag is moving, and Sentinels could take this one home.
Trippy gets taken down. Only 2 players alive for OpTic. Spartan even crosses the halfway line.
It's sudden death here. This would be the game-winning flag. Shields are broken, but the spirit is strong here for Sentinels. They just need to run this one home. Spartan will do so, and Sentinels take home game number 1. In our first series of the day.
My God, if you wanted a way to start off year 2, how about this? The title holders, OpTic Gaming, dropping game number 1 in sudden death overtime.